Obviously, as all of you know, because I know you have all been paying attention to this, a lot has happened since we last spoke, and we're going to get to all of it, I promise. But to kind of understand how radically everything has changed today, I think we need to go back to this moment. This was just 6 days ago, not even a week ago, that Donald Trump was practically fawning over Elon Musk during his Oval Office send-off. I mean, Trump even gave Musk a big, shiny gold key. Look at that. Very weird, as a token of his appreciation. And he said that even though Musk was leaving the government, he would still very much be a part of this team.
Many of the Doge people, Elon, are staying behind, too, so they're not leaving. And Elon's really not leaving. He's going to be back and forth, I think.
Elon's not really leaving. He'll be back and forth. Even though he's living somewhere else, we're still committed to each other and to the children. And by children, I mean the 22-year-olds Musk and Trump put in charge of the federal government, obviously. But that was the message out of the White House 6 days ago, not even a week ago. Trump and Musk were parting ways on what appeared to be somewhat friendly terms. Now, we knew at least part of the reason why Musk likely decided to leave when he did. I mean, for one thing, if Elon Musk stayed on as a full-time White House advisor, he would have had to disclose many of his own business conflicts. And we're going to be digging into those later this hour with the great Norm Eisen and this new exclusive report. But we know that at the time of Musk's exit, his biggest company, Tesla, was in a bit of a downward spiral. Thanks to consumer boycotts, you can see many of them across the screen, and protests and pretty intense public blowback. We also know that Elon Musk was very upset that Trump and congressional Republicans were killing the electric vehicle tax credit that benefited Musk's company. So it's not hard to imagine how it must have felt for Musk when he left Washington, got back home, woke up Saturday morning perhaps, dug back into the books at Tesla, and realized just how bad things were at his biggest company. Because by Tuesday, Musk was attacking Trump's big ugly bill on X, calling it a disgusting abomination, and saying that it would send the country into debt slavery. Of course, that all put the Republican Party in a very awkward position, as we've been talking about through the course of this week. After all, they've been banking on the idea that Elon Musk was going to keep throwing money at them through the midterms. Now, by Wednesday, House Speaker Mike Johnson was openly pleading in an awkward and embarrassing and desperate way with Elon Musk to please return his calls. I think he's still pleading a couple days later. Just 24 hours later, things got a lot weirder and a lot more personal. Because by this afternoon, Elon had let loose a barrage of tweets attacking the president. And at one point, he sort of gave away the game, tweeting, "Without me, Trump would have lost the election. Dems would control the House, and the Republicans would be 51-49 in the Senate." He followed that up by tweeting, "Such ingratitude." In other words, in a not-so-subtle way, Musk is implying that Trump didn't return the favor well enough for the hundreds of millions of dollars Musk spent to get him reelected and bring Republicans on the coattails. And just a few hours later, Musk tweeted this, quote, "Time to drop the really big bomb." This is where it really escalated. "Donald Trump is in the Epstein files. That is the real reason they have not been made public. Have a nice day, DJT." Oh boy, that was a couple hours after. He then reposted an infamous video showing Trump and Epstein together at a party at Mar-a-Lago. And that footage was filmed by NBC in 1992, unearthed again in 2019 when their relationship came under scrutiny just after Epstein's arrest. Of course, Trump has denied involvement in any of Epstein's criminal behavior, and Musk offered no new evidence in any of these posts to support his allegations. That said, Trump's commitment to transparency on Epstein has left something to be desired, I would say.
Would you declassify, you can answer yes or no to these. Yeah. Would you declassify the 9/11 files?
Yeah.
Would you declassify JFK files?
Yeah.
Would you,
I did a lot of it.
Would you declassify the Epstein files?
Yeah, I would.
All right.
I guess I would. I think that less so because, you don't know it. You don't want to affect people's lives if it's phony stuff in there because there's a lot of phony stuff with that whole world.
Less so on that one. A lot of phony stuff in there. Now, here in the reality-based world we all live in, we've all long known about Trump's ties to Jeffrey Epstein. But in MAGA world, this is not something you're supposed to bring up, ever. And Musk then followed that up by endorsing a plan to impeach Donald Trump and make J.D. Vance the president. So that's how Elon Musk spent his escalatory day of sorts. As for Trump, here's what he said about Elon earlier today in the Oval Office.
I'm very disappointed in Elon. I've helped Elon a lot. People leave my administration and they love us. And then at some point they miss it so badly. And some of them embrace it and some of them actually become hostile. I don't know what it is. It's sort of Trump derangement syndrome, I guess they call it.
I don't know what it is. Then Trump took it up a notch with a more threatening tone, as often happens, on his own social media platform. He said, quote, Elon was wearing thin. I asked him to leave. I took away his EV mandate that forced everyone to buy electric cars that nobody else wanted, that he knew for months I was going to do, and he just went crazy. And then he followed up with a tweet saying, the easiest way to save money in our budget, billions and billions of dollars, is to terminate Elon's governmental subsidies and contracts. Well, their public feud caused a huge sell-off in Tesla stock, which dropped 14% just today and has shed nearly a quarter of its value since the year began.